Before we move on past the craziness of 2020, we gotta reflect on the biggest takeaways and lessons so we can get better. What up, homie? My name's Dave, and I put out new videos every week to help you get the girls you want and the lifestyle you dream about. So if you're digging these videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button so you don't miss another one. Anyway, today I'm gonna talk about the biggest life-changing lessons I've learned during 2020. It was an insane year for all of us, so it's important to use that to prepare and get better in 2021. For me specifically, it started out pretty rough after the pandemic, but it ended up being one of my best years ever. So yeah, I'll share those lessons with you, and make sure to stick around all the way to the end because I get a special bonus lesson for you guys who watch it all the way through. So now, let's get into it.
Extending to the end like an elbow, fingers getting stuck to the money, Velcro. Will I ever fail? That's a hell no. Well known to OG like a pair of shell toes.
As soon as the lockdowns hit in March, my YouTube channel took a giant dive. The traffic really just died out and basically got cut in half. I was still having a lot of success with coaching, with my book sales and course sales and things like that, so business was still going well, but I started to realize like, hey, this YouTube thing isn't guaranteed. I need to start diversifying my skills and make sure that I am prepared no matter what happens. So to do this, I started pinpointing new potential skills I could learn. One of them that really caught my eye was real estate. Now, I didn't know a thing about real estate, so the first thing I did was go out and find a real estate coach. Shout out to Justin Franklin from @WealthNextGen on Twitter. This guy is the man. He told me everything I needed to know, helped me go out there and find deals, and made the whole process easy for me. So within a matter of 3 months, I was able to get an offer accepted on my first property, and that property is gonna generate me hundreds of dollars a month in cash flow. And it's gonna do so relatively passively because I hired a property manager to take care of finding tenants and also managing the property. The best part is though, I now have this solid skill. I can go out and replicate this in pretty much any city around the US. I know how to build teams, I know how to find a good deal and analyze it, and I can get a property anywhere I want in the US and make good cash flow with it. This is gonna be a huge help for me to build wealth in 2021 and beyond. And it really shows just how important it is to start diversifying your skill. 2020 showed me that things change and you can never be too sure of really anything that you're doing. So having this diversified skill set and new ways to make money is really just an added level of security for me. And that's why I recommend you trying to diversify your skill set too. It's gonna make you and your income future-proof. One of the biggest things 2020 forced me to refocus on was my health and my immune system. So I started eating healthier, working out more consistently, and taking supplements to boost that immune system. But one of the things that had the biggest impact overall was developing a new skincare routine. I never had a good skincare routine before 2020, and it showed. I'd have a lot of breakouts even through my 20s, and it was just kind of a frustrating point for me. But that all changed last year thanks to Tej Hanley, which is the sponsor of today's video. I started working with Tej early on in 2020 and using their skincare system every single day and night, and the results have been crazy. My skin is more consistently clear, my dry skin is gone, and my skin just feels healthier overall. It feels great doing something every single day that's gonna keep my skin healthy. And don't forget, girls love guys who take care of their skin too. They don't want you walking around with all the grime and dirt in there like most guys have. They want you to be fresh, and Tej helps you do that. Now for me, I like to keep it simple and mostly stick to Tej's level 1 skincare system. This includes a daily face wash that helps you prevent breakouts before they happen, a twice a week exfoliating scrub to keep your skin looking fresh and clean, and also a daytime and nighttime moisturizer to help prevent dry skin and even protect you from the sun. They don't just give you everything you need to have great skin though, they make it easy for you too. They include instructions that tell you exactly how much of each product to apply and how to apply it the right way. That way you don't end up using more than you need and wasting it. And the best part is they send you a new package right to your doorstep every single month, so you never have to worry about going to the store or running out. Now here's the good news. Because Tej sells directly to you, the consumer, they cut out the middleman and allow you to save up to 30 to 50% which makes it super affordable. And because they're sponsoring today's video, they're giving you an awesome toiletry bag for free with your first box. Just click the first link in the description to claim your offer and get your first box of Tiege handling. Let's make skincare a priority in 2021.
Going up, going up, going up. Get it, then I'm never going. I get to it out the runway. Different incomes, not one way. Living life on a one way. I knew this would happen someday.
If 2020 told me anything, it's that the world is a surprising place. I feel like every single month I was getting shocked by something else, and it was always kind of throwing me off. You need to be as prepared as possible for these surprises though, so that they don't throw you off and screw your life up. That's why you should start building up your emergency fund in 2021. Now your emergency fund is basically 3 to 6 months of cash reserves that you have on hand in case shit hits the fan. This makes it so you no longer have to live paycheck to paycheck, which can get you in trouble. Now, even though you don't earn interest on this cash, there is a high ROI on this emergency fund. It gives you such a high level of security that you're not gonna be freaking out, you're gonna be able to take advantage of opportunities, and you're gonna feel secure. This peace of mind is priceless. Knowing that you have a 3 to 6 month buffer to make something happen, that's a lot of time. I have about like a 6 month buffer in my emergency fund, and this helped me to take more risks in 2020 and make more money than I ever have before, even despite all the craziness. If you don't have an emergency fund, it's time to start building one.
Making that money, rain on me. Making that money, living that dream. Making that money.
In 2020, I got way deeper into investing and sort of the psychology of money than I ever have before. For a long time, the only thing I did was put a little bit of money into a retirement fund each year and basically just have the rest in my savings account. This started to become demotivating because with the rise of inflation, different things like that, I was actually losing money by having it in my savings account. So I was less incentivized to make more because I'm just gonna lose it anyway. But in 2020, I did a bunch of research and realized that putting your money into index funds that track the S&P 500 is actually a great way to earn like 8 to 10% of your money each year. This has been super motivating because I know, hey, if I make $1,000 and put that into index funds, I know it has a good chance of appreciating around like 8 to 10% a year. So $1,000 now becomes $100 a year for the rest of my life. And every single piece of interest it earns is gonna earn more interest. This has incentivized me to earn more and invest more, which has almost doubled my net worth in less than a year. Most people don't know that much about money and how it works, and a lot of what your parents may have told you is probably wrong. It's probably tied to a lot of what their limiting beliefs are about money. So 2021 is the year you should start learning about how to make your money work for you and start taking this seriously, because it can really change the game for the rest of your life.
Emptied out my soul. You've heard it all before. Honest, but I know. Left these years ago. I was young and I'm old.
Meeting girls in person is great, but it's not always enough, especially during a pandemic when you're not allowed to go outside. Sure, me and How to Beast, we had guys in our program who were going out, meeting tons of girls in person and making that happen. But we also realized it's more difficult to do that nowadays, which is why we put even more of a focus on online dating. The good thing about online dating and using apps like Tinder and Bumble and Hinge is that it guarantees you can meet girls even during the craziest of times. Even if there isn't a soul walking around outside, you can still connect with them on the app, message them, and get a date. So if you've been brushing off online dating or not taking it seriously, now is time to take a second look at that. It's time to rebalance the way you do things. You shouldn't be meeting 100% of girls in person. Maybe it's more like 50% in person and 50% online, or some type of balance like that. That way you can have a steady influx of girls coming into your life and you're prepared for any type of lockdowns that happen in the future. Because who knows what's gonna happen. Remember though, the biggest thing with online dating is your photos. So you should be going out and getting new photos consistently and working on improving your photo quality. One of the things I've seen from coaching guys is that most guys have really bad photos at first, but when you go out and work on it over time, over a matter of a few weeks, those photos are gonna get a lot better, and that's gonna get you significantly more matches and significantly higher opportunities to get dates. So start putting your work on your online dating profile in 2021. You're gonna reap some good rewards.
Man, I got dreams, believe in me. I got the keys for anything, so every week come with the ease, so don't won't you try and play with me? Ay, don't you ever try to take too long.
Let's be real, a lot of people use 2020 as an excuse, and it's not a hard excuse to make. Things were crazy, people have been locked down, people are getting sick. It's easy to say, you know what, 2020 was too hard, I can't be successful. But one interesting thing that happened throughout 2020 is that winners kept finding a way to win. You saw restaurant owners building outdoor patios, you saw entrepreneurs pivoting, you saw people doing all different types of things to try to make it out and thrive during this crazy year. The world is a crazy place. If you're waiting for it to be normal, if you're waiting for it to be less risky, then you're gonna be waiting forever and you're never gonna be successful. If we're being honest, the craziness is not gonna just stop because 2020 is over. We don't know what's gonna happen in the future with the virus or the vaccines or anything like that. And even if there's gonna be another pandemic in the next few years. So you need to stop looking at these different outside events in your life as impossible obstacles. Instead, try to see them as problems that you can solve. There's a way around everything, and it might mean pivoting, it might mean changing your strategy, it might mean trying something completely new. There's always a solution, and the first step to finding that is to take full responsibility for your life and stop making excuses no matter what's going on in the world. Now, bro, if you want to apply these lessons and build an awesome lifestyle for yourself through 2021 and beyond, make sure to check out this playlist right here. And if you want to grab your first box of Teach Hanley, then go click that first link in the description. Let's keep it going. I'll see you in the next video, homie.